Hello friends, and welcome to this lovely Qigong sequence to spring clean the low back. Let's clear any stagnation that's been stuck from this long winter. This routine helps clear the liver and can bring ambition and mental clarity. We'll start with easy hip circles, long arms in front, and we'll just slowly circle the hips around, back to the right, forward, and to the left. The inhale can be natural and slow. Let go of the shoulder blades and just cleanse and clear as you move around. We'll shake it out a little bit and move through the other side. Bend the knees, root the tailbone, and just slow and steady circles. These hip circles help loosen all the joints that live around the hips, especially if you've been sitting for a while. Very helpful. We'll shake it out a little bit. Now we'll come to these shoulder rolls. So we'll start with the left side, and it's like taking off a backpack. Go back, drop it down, move through the side a little bit, and then come back up and over. So we take off all the heaviness, loosen up the joints, and just slowly and steadily release the tension out of the shoulder. You can inhale back and exhale down. Slow and steady. We hold a lot of tension in our neck and shoulder blades. We'll shake it out and then move the other way. Forward to come back. It's kind of like a zombie arm in a way. Just long and heavy, like going through the sludge. Taking all the heaviness off. And then we'll shake all that out. Take a breath here and move through the other side. Right elbow back, shoulder blade back, drop it down, come over the leg and out and up and around again. This removes heavy and held stagnation out of this area. Up and over and around again. Shake it out. We'll go the other way. Forward to come back. Nice and loose, nice and light. An energetic feel as well. Just removing out the excess. Taking care of our shoulder blades. Dropping the energy of what we do not need. Feeling lighter for it. Shake it all out. And we'll do these knee circles, so bring the feet and the knees together. We'll start small, taking these nice, slow, small circles. Out to the right, forward, left, and back. And maybe have a little bit more, and you can deepen the circles, lengthen the circles. This movement helps to enhance blood flow to the feet, to the ankles, and to the knees. The inhale can be natural again. And we'll take it out a little bit, step a little bit wider, and we'll circle here, stimulating more ease to these joints. And now we'll slap a little bit, smack inside a few times of the knees, then slap outside a few times, and then behind the knees. This stimulates more blood flow, opens our meridian joints. We'll shake it up and bring it back together, cup the hands into the knees again, and we'll move the other way. Over to the left, back, right, and forward. Start small just to see where you are on this other side, and then move at your range of motion. Nice and steady. And we'll come back to center. Now imagine you have anchors on your hands and you're down at the ocean floor, and you're just going to slowly round to rise up. All the way up through the nape of the neck and head. Slide the shoulder blades and just let that go. We'll step a little bit wider than the hips and we'll knock on the door of life. The feet stay forward and we just move from waist and hips. Relax shoulder blades and arms. This releases low back pain and is a great warm-up for the whole body. It also releases tension and keeps the energy circulating. If you feel dizzy ever, you can start to keep the head forward, the gaze forward, and just keep shifting from the waist and hips, like so. And that's a great way to just see where you are if you're having those days of dizziness. Just keep it flowing, keep it moving. One of the coolest warm-ups we can do. If you have a little bit more, you can look over the shoulder blade and just keep going, knocking, not on the spine, but around it. We'll come back to center. Shake it up. And we'll do spinal cord breathing with light fists. So bring the fists above the head, bend the elbows, lift the heart space. That's an in-breath. We round and wrap in on the out-breath. Opens the chest plate, opens and unglues the spinal cord. You can exhale up and inhale inward if you want a little bit more spinal stretch. See what's there as you move at your own edge. Inhale, rising and rounding. Bend the knees, tuck it in. Or perhaps the other way. Exhale, rising. And inhale, rounding in. Great for pelvic tilting as well. Now we'll move side to side, journeying through a little twist here as we move and rotate through the hips and shoulder blades. Coming up and over to the right, lifting, rotating, down and in, and then up and over to the left. Opening it up, and then back down and in. Now through the mouth, it's very cleansing. And exhale here. Come back to center. Now we'll bring the arms above the head, open hands, and we'll pick the cherries. We glide up and we pull the branches down. One arm long, one arm bends. It's a gentle stretch through the sides and the low spine. And pull down what you need. Moving and shifting gently side to side. Breath is natural and slow. We'll come slowly back to center. Shake that out a little bit. Now we're going to do a downward prayer. So the palms come behind you, fingertips facing down. If you want a little bit less, lower, a little bit more above the spine, and if you want a little bit in the middle, right there. Bend the knees for the sitting bones. Now glide the left ear over to the left shoulder blade, and we'll nod the neck very slowly, very gently. The neck is a tender space, but also needs a little love. Just see what's there. Be gentle here, friends, as you move to an edge. Breathing up and down. Go back to center. We'll move the other way. Draw the right ear over to right shoulder blade. Light neck nods, down and up. Exploring your own range of motion here. Maybe diagonal, maybe a little side to side. Slow breath with the movement. And we'll come back to center. Now take the hands and rub the adrenals up and down motion through the erector spinae, and maybe a little palm action here. Just rub those fatigued adrenals. Very awakening and stimulating to the low back muscles as well. And then you'll slide it out and off, shaking the heaviness off and out of that area. Shake it out. Now we'll take the hands out in front, step a little bit wider, and we'll move into these water waves. So imagine your hips and legs and feet are in the water and your feet are all squished up to the sand, and the top of your body is just moving as your fingers glide through the water, this warm water. Clearing mental stress, moving meditatively side to side. Very calming to the system. Very cleansing and grounding to our stressors. Slow and steady, side to side. And visualize all of that purification, all that cleansing. Think of it like spring cleaning of the low back, the nervous system. We'll do a few more. And now over through that right side, we'll bend the knee into like a lunge, and the left arm will come, the right arm will come above the head, and the left arm will stretch past behind you. We water wave through the other side. Left arm above the head, right arm behind you, and you look at that pinky finger and twist from the midline and water wave to glide through the other side. And it's so cleansing as it melts the tension of the spine, moving through this pose called dragon. Side, stretch, press, palms push away from you, glide through the center and over through the other side, finding a deep twist through the midline of the spine. And we'll come back to center. And we'll step to the left side, and we'll take the pose called Leopard. Right hand underneath the navel and left hand on top. It's called the big chi ball. And we lean to the left, step out, throw the frisbee to the right, circle around the shoulder blade as the bottom arm comes behind the shoulder. Come back to center to horse, and we'll side bend, ideally using an exhale. Now lower the hands down through the left, slide, paint a big circle. Right hand on top, left hand on bottom. Chi ball. Find an inhale, lean. Throw the frisbee, step out, circle above the shoulder blade as the bottom arm comes into the side, center, and then side bend. Very cleansing to the liver. Lower the hands down through the right, paintbrush all the way up and over as you bring the foot in, and finding the chi ball in the middle. Lean, throw, step, circle, gather, and side bend. Lower the hands down, paint a big circle, step in. Right arm stays up, left hand down, paint the big chi ball. Hinge to the right, throw, step, circle. Come back to center that arm right under the shoulder blade and side bend. Drop it down, reach up and over, step in. And the chi ball right at your center. Great for opening the liver channels. Step out. Circle, gather the horse stance, and side bend the body as you look over the arm. Draw it down, paintbrush up and around, inhaling and exhaling. Lean, throw, step. Back, that's a nice in-breath, and an out-breath to side bend. Lower the hands down, come up and around again. Find the chi ball. Gather all of that strength and vitality. Slide the arms out, come back to center. Now we'll Tai Chi stance here with these waves. Knuckles glide forward and then back into Wuji. And we'll undulate a little bit of the hips and the spinal cord. Just bringing some more of that calm energy into our body. Go forward with the arms, back with the hips, and rise and stand tall. Inhale into the pose. Exhale to stand tall for the pose. Very gentle, very grounding. It's moving slow like water. Clearing and calming our nervous system. And in this practice, our low back. We'll come back to center and we'll gather the chi. We rise up and out to the side. Just pull the arm to the sky and then slowly gather what you need back into yourself. Gather up. And then bring in that peace and calmness, the strength, clear vision, kindness, all the way back down and in. A very grounding practice. We'll hook the thumbs at the navel. Pause for a moment and just think about being a big tree on the top of a mountain and sway just gently with your branches and your leaves side to side. Your roots are strong. Your branches are light and flexible. Gathering these qualities of health and energy and rootedness back into our bodies. Our life force. We'll step back in. We'll circle the navel, thanking all of this great work we've done. Thank you, organ wall. Thank you, low back. Thank you for being here. We'll shorten the circles. And we bring the energy up as we inhale and release it and bring it down as you exhale. Thank you so much for being here. Stay tuned for more great practices for our modern times. And stay tuned, friends. Thank you. Namaste.